A senior advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Olisa Agbakoba, has asked President Bola Tinubu to dismantle the entire oil and gas system to allow for greater efficiency. Mr. Agbakoba, who spoke at a media chat with journalists on Tuesday, also warned the federal government to act quickly to avoid a food riot because of the level of poverty in the country. While noting the enormous oil and gas resources and the huge revenue generated in that sector, the senior advocate of Nigeria identified some of the challenges, to include exclusion of Nigerians' participation in key value chains of exploration, shipping, drilling, and legal services, to weak enforcement of local content laws, tax avoidance by oil rig companies, and even hijacking by foreigners. He also called on the president to dismantle his large cabinet and appoint a substantive petroleum minister who will drive policies and implement stricter monitoring, transparency, and regular audits of the sector to increase revenue and create at least 500,000 to 1 million new jobs in that sector and relegated industries over the next decade.
So I used to say NNPC should be privatized, but now I change my mind to say NNPC should be efficient. It doesn't matter whether it is private or it is public, but in that efficiency, it has to clearly define what Nigeria's interests are. Because I'm all about the poverty in the land. That's the connection I'm making. Poverty in the land is such that a food riot can occur anytime. Anytime. Because it's been pushed to a stage where a food riot doesn't happen because, we said to ourselves this morning, we're going to fight. It just happens because people just are too hungry. And they just say, look at that shop, look at Akara there, dumping. That's how it happens. So to avert a food riot, I'm calling on the president to dismantle the entire oil and gas system. First of all, we need the IOCs, but we don't need them as we think. And this has been shown by the way Saudi Arabia does not allow IOCs. The representation of IOCs on the chain is about 10%. This is Saudi Arabia. But the point is that the Saudi Arabians have trained brain. There's no field in oil and gas that you won't find Saudi Arabian man in MIT, Harvard, around the world. They come back and they occupy the very position that the Uibos occupy here, and we're scared. So this man may go. And I don't mean to say that we don't need FDIs. That's not my point. That is foreign direct. But every country needs it. But look at what Modi is doing. Modi in India has the fastest growing economy in the world. Why? Because it's India first. Trump, whether we like him or not, put America first. So if you put your country for last, then the result is that the revenues flowing from the oil and gas sector will not touch the body, they will not touch us. It will just see a scintilla of it. They cut it away.